The Couch Hustler, and how I bought a warehouse doing owner financing. So basically, as you've seen in some of my stories and following some of my videos, you've seen that I've purchased a lot of real estate, and I've done a lot of sub-2 transactions and lease options and sold the properties. But in the meantime, downtime, I started getting bored, so I started selling couches, right? I just picked up one couch, kind of flipped it, sold it, and I was keeping them in my rental properties. Here's a nice little sectional L. I was keeping them in my rental properties and kind of just putting them on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace and kind of just selling them that way one by one. But it started getting bigger and bigger. Business started getting better and better. I was selling more and more couches. So instead of just renting a storage unit, I looked on the local MLS and I started looking for warehouses. So I started looking like everywhere, Craigslist, all the different places to see if I could find a deal in a warehouse. Well, I found this warehouse. It's 2,600 square feet. Don't mind the ceiling. It's a nice roof. Got it all checked out. Everything's good. Been here for about 5 years now. But the ceilings, I thought about just opening up this whole ceiling and just taking down all this old stucco or this old drywall that's up here. But it doesn't bother me. So I did put all new lighting in it. But I got this deal through owner financing. Basically, it was a property that was owned by a large church down the street from here called St. Francis Church. They used it for storage. They actually got it because somebody donated to them, which is pretty wild, right? Like these churches just get real estate donated to them. But anyways, they got the property donated. I guess they wanted to put solar on their church, and that's the reason for their sale. So they wanted to put solar on their church, and they listed this property for sale. I believe they started it listed price at like $250,000. And honestly, I'm surprised they didn't sell it right away. I'm surprised that I even got this deal. So I contacted the agent and I made him an offer. I think we made an offer like, let's say 200,000 is what we said. He said 200,000 cash, and I said, I don't know. Well, we'll see what we could do. So we came back at him after talking and whatnot and made the offer for I think it came in at about 150,000 cash, all cash, 150,000. Well, I didn't want to blow 150,000 cash, and I wasn't going to go and try to get financing. So I contacted somebody that was an individual that I know that has a few $1 million in the bank, basically private money, basically somebody that has a lot of money that likes to be able to loan money out to people at interest that he'll get more interest by loaning it out rather than just giving it and keeping it in the bank, because the bank doesn't pay that much interest. So I asked him, said, hey, you mind loaning me some money? I'll pay you over 10 years. You can charge me interest. And that's how I bought the place. So basically, I got the place for $150,000. He paid cash for it, put a lien on the property. I have title. I have the deed to this property, but I do make payments to him for about $700 a month. I think it's 5% interest that I'm paying. I'm not sure, but it does have a balloon in 10 years. So I either have to sell this place, refinance this place, or pay it off in 10 years. And during that time when I did pick this place up, I was selling a lot of couches. I had maybe at one time 500 to probably about 400 to 500 couches here at one time. I had so many couches in here at one time, I actually had to stack them vertically because we had so many couches, so it was getting busy. Now it's been a lot slower. I don't know if there's just more furniture stores in town and people are just going and getting financing, or if the market's just tight because, the economy's a little tighter. But that's basically how I got this warehouse. I mean, you could do anything here. I started selling playgrounds. I started just keeping storage. And then I got a lot of vehicles, so I keep my vehicles in and out of here all the time, like my limos and the Camaro and whatever other vehicles I have that come through here. But anyways, that's how I picked this place up, all owner financing. I didn't have to go get a loan from a bank. I just happened to know an individual that had a lot of money, and he was willing to loan me the money and put a lien on the property. You can do that with anything. You can do it with any house, any building, whatever. All you have to do is just find the individuals. They're out there. There's a lot of people with money out there that want to give you loans. That way they can get a higher interest rate on their money, because they're not making no money in the regular Bank of America, Chase banks. They need to get these type of deals from people. And it's all secured by real estate. So if you default, they basically just get the property, or they auction the property off to get their money back. So it's worth it to them as well. But that's how I picked this one up, owner finance. I had the money, but I didn't want to throw $150,000 at this guy. I just basically got a loan from somebody. The church got the $150,000, and then I just make payments to my guy that loaned me the $150,000 secured by this piece of real estate. So that's how I picked this up, owner financed. You could do that too. There's a lot of deals out there. Just look for them. The Couch Hustler on all social media, always hustling.